everybody, Dr. Rick here dropping in on you. Look, I hope that everybody is getting off their week in the way that you desire. I hope that things are lining up. I hope that you are focused. I hope you have clear goals in mind. I hope that you are committed to seeing things through. There's a whole gauntlet of things that could stand in front of you, from opportunities to obstacles, and you have to be prepared to seize the opportunities and press through the obstacles. This is what winning is about. Look, I'm here for a reason. I'm on my way. I'm about to wind down my day. Not sure when I'm going to actually get this video up, but I did want to share with you something that's immensely important right now in the overall global financial environment. For several years, at least, you've been hearing me talk about the importance of multiple streams of income. I've been telling you that if you don't have at least 2 independent streams of income, meaning that outside of your primary source of income, whether it's a job, whether it's your company, your own company, or whether you work for someone else, you need at least 2 other independent streams of income, preferably passive or semi-passive income, that can hedge your primary source of income in the case of catastrophic loss. In other words, if you were to lose your job, do you have streams of income that can support you and your family and carry you until you gain your bearings, until you recreate or replace that income? Or can they simply step in, slide in, and continue to be or become your primary source of income? I have been talking about this for a number of years, and I've been challenging everyone. I have been a business owner for decades. I have pushed through and evolved, and I started with my first official company. I've been doing something. I was cutting yards at 12 years old. Went from that to cutting hair, from that to doing special tapering on the jeans of everybody, which was a big thing back when I was in high school. All of this stuff in high school. And then my first official business was when I was 20, going on 21. As an athlete, I started doing personal training before there was ever anything called national certifications or everything like that. But my first certification was through Baylor University, Baylor Sports Medicine Institute, where I also got my master's in biomechanics and kinesiology. But here's the thing. Over the course of 30 plus years, 35 years, I have launched and brought to profitability 47 companies. So I know the blueprint for launching a company, from the concept to the execution of the business plan, to launching and promoting, developing an awareness of your target audience, customer intel, and all of that stuff. I know it like the back of my hand, and I stay on top of it. But in the early 2000s, I took major hits during the recession and the collapse, because I was heavily into real estate. I was also making some major moves in high ticket products and high ticket services, which took a hit when the economy took a hit. And so I ended up having to reinvent myself, and I did that online. I moved from being brick and mortar, in your face, flying to meetings all over the place, to virtually being able to sit down and run my businesses from anywhere in the world and service anyone in the world. And it all started with an idea saying, look, the internet is blowing up. This is literally before Facebook becomes the juggernaut that it is. Matter of fact, Facebook hadn't launched when this first started falling apart. But by the time I decided I was really going to make a move, Facebook was in its infancy. Instagram was nowhere what it is now. It was just a place you post pictures and videos, 60-second videos. That was the extent of it. Twitter was pretty much the big brother of it all. It was the oldest, I think, at the time. YouTube was still developing and becoming the second largest search engine in the world, next to Google, and it just happens to be owned by Google. And you wonder why Google has so much power on the internet. It is by far the juggernaut on the internet. It dwarfs Facebook as far as influence, control, and power. But anyway, I don't want to get too far off track. But what I did is I determined that my blueprint for starting business has always been low entry and to build and to scale. What that means is I want to start something with as little of startup capital as possible. Means I'm taking as little of a risk as possible, but I'm also able to get started quicker, and I'm able to move and grow as the business supports itself. It forces you to be on your game. It forces you to be streamlined in your activities. But anyway, the internet was the perfect place for that. There were certain things I could do at no cost if I just simply learned how to do it. So I taught myself how to build websites. And at that time, you had to understand HTML. This was no easy task, but I was sold out to it. Now, there are sites that will literally allow you to build. There are templates, there are all this other stuff, and there's plenty of them. And I list them all in the course that I created to help people. But the bottom line is, I grew multiple businesses over the last, 14, 15 years. I've grown multiple businesses online. I have developed the blueprint that allows me to identify money-making opportunity that can be serviced online, which most money-making opportunities can be. And I can, within an hour, 2 tops, have that particular landing page, website, whatever, up and operating and accepting orders. And it took time to develop it, the speed, the understanding, the resources, and all of that. I'm not telling you you're going to be able to do that right out the box. What I'm telling you is within 7 days, you can start and go to a point where you're receiving money. This course is worth its weight in gold. Figuratively speaking, it's worth so much more than you're going to pay for it, literally speaking. And it is solid. So the first thing I'm going to offer you is I'm going to offer you this course, but which in and of itself pays for itself, because if you do the work, I'm telling you, you could sit up and fumble on over the course of a couple of months. You can fumble upon what you're going to spend on this just by going out there and practice it. I can tell you that $2,000 to $3,000 a week isn't unheard of, and it's not a stretch, and it's not even close to what's possible out there. But that's something I can say reasonable if you get out there and put the money in, and you literally have a budget, advertising budget, to where you can literally promote outside of organic traffic, and it's a pretty set thing. Even with organic traffic, you can sit up and you can do pretty good with that. But so the thing is, I'm going to, if you register for this course, which is self-paced online and supported by my support team, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, at no additional cost, my Mind Unleashed course, which is a $600 course that's built and designed to help you develop the proper psychology to win in business, to win in finance, to win in life. So again, I am going to give you that. Now, I took 10 years of interviewing the major money players in the world. When I say major money players, I'm talking about people that took me 2 and 3 years just to chase down to get an interview. And I'm talking Ray Dalio, David Swenson, even Warren Buffett. And the thing is, but again, the thing that allowed me to get an audience with these people is the same thing that has made me successful in business. No is just simply the first step, because these people didn't know me from Adam. But when you hear a person's name enough, because you got to know how to get in front of the right people to get in front of the people. And when the person who has the filter that is guarding the person, when you know how to get in front of them and you know how to make an impression upon them, eventually they're going to get you in front of the person. And then if you word it right, it's just so much that goes into it. But the bottom line is persistence. So it took me 10 years, literally 10 years, yes. And see, the average person isn't going to do that. The average person is not going to invest 10 years where there's no immediate outcome. There's no immediate kickback. Everything has to be microwave results. It's got to happen now. If it ain't happening, I'm that person that's looking even beyond my death. If the work that I am doing now serves my children, serves people I love, serves to put my signature on my legacy after I'm gone, I'm good with that. But what I will not do is sit up and just look for quick wins, because those things don't last. Number two, they don't have the stability because they weren't built on anything. I know, because I've done some things that come off quick. You get out there and you go for it because you think I gotta have it. And long term, you've given something to something that doesn't have any longevity, or a bunch of other things can go wrong. But what I've done is I've built a course called the Path to Generational Wealth course. This is an 18-month course. So this isn't one of them things, I'm going to go take this course and I'm going to go out and kill the financial world. No, this is literally learning the world of finance. I've laid it out from A to Z. I've taken everything they've given me. I've researched it. I've stacked on top of what they've given me with other professionals that I literally had to research and gain trust in. But the crazy thing is about the major players, the people at the top of the game, they want to tell somebody. Once you get in front of them, they talk freely. They share it with you. It's like they're more surprised than anything that more people come to them and ask them for money than to ask them how to make money. Or people come to them with, what should I invest in? What stock should I get? Instead of really learning the dynamics of finance. This isn't about selling anybody an investment. I'm not selling any investments or investment packages. I no longer have my Series 7 or Series 6. So that's what this isn't about. That what this is about is actually sitting up and saying, you know what, I'm going to learn the dynamics so that no matter what comes in front of me, I know how to confront it. I know how to look it up. I know how to research it. I can understand a company's financials. I can understand what an IPO is. I can understand the importance of longevity. I can understand the importance of compound growth. I can understand asymmetric risk reward. I can understand all these things. And all of this stuff is laid out in a step-by-step process. And the crazy thing, if you can master 15 to 20% of this 18-month course, your life will change forever. I promise you it will. I promise you that while my life has had its share of ups and downs, while my life has definitely had times where it looks like somebody hit me with a baseball bat, figuratively speaking, I'm flat on my back, I've always been able to rise up, and sometimes I've been able to do it with literally nobody in my corner. And I'm probably exaggerating it because there's always somebody pulling for you. But when you're out there and the people pulling for you are in a worse situation than you feel like nobody's in your corner. But there's always been somebody cheering me on. There's always been somebody praying for me. There's always been somebody to say something positive. But the people that you want to turn to and say, hey, look, I need your help, a lot of times won't be there. A lot of times will pull back. A lot of times are just in their own thing. But what I can tell you is when you have a confidence in the level of what you know and how to move in this world, you will figure it out. You will get in front of people that you didn't think would help you, that will help you. You will learn and come up with strategies that don't exist and create them. I want you to really, truly get a match of that. So here's what I'm going to do on this one. If you sign up for this, and either of these courses that I'm sitting up and talking about, you can literally do installments on. But if you want to get the free course never mind, just go sign up. I'm not going to even do that. I'm not going to put stipulations, so just sign up. But if you sign up for the Path to Generational Wealth course, the 18-month course, I'm going to give you 6 months with me. And that's only for the first 10 people who do it. The first 10 people who sign up, I'm going to give you 6 months with me. That 6 months with me is worth $7,950. I'm going to give that to you for free and work with you side by side the first 6 months that you take this course to make sure that your psychology is right, because psychology is 80% of success no matter what's going on. You can have the best strategies, the best plans in the world. If your psychology is off, the way your mind and mentality approaches life, you're going to struggle. It's that simple. But if you can sit up and develop the right psychology, I'll put you out there with no plan and you'll find one. That's the thing, and I help people build the right mentality. I help people develop the right construct or self-concept and idea and image of themselves. I turn victims into victors. And this is what I've done, and this is what I love to do. And I'm going to work with you. So if you sign up for that, I am going to give you 6 months with me. That's 26 sessions with me. And we're going to build a winner, period. That's my promise to you. We're going to build a winner. I've done it over and over and over again, and I love doing it. I don't work on one-on-one basis as much anymore because I am doing these scaled projects that allows me to get out and touch more lives. But there's no way to touch a life more emphatically than to become one-on-one in a team effort to change something. And I always grow myself when I'm helping each individual grow. And so it's a beautiful thing. I just can only touch so many people that way because there's only so much time. But again, I want to work with you. I want to help you change your situation. This is an opportunity to do that. So either you're going to deal with the 7-day online business launch course and get the free The Mind Unleashed course, or you're going to get the Path to Generational Wealth course and work with me. You can do both if you want. You can do both and end up with all of that for a relatively reasonable investment in yourself. And that's what you have to start looking at. The people that you're going to pay to make your life better are investments in yourself. They're not something you're buying. It's something you are investing in that makes you better. So if you believe that it can make you better, it's a wise investment. On that note, look, I'm out of here. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. I challenge you to do the same thing. On that note, you guys have a wonderful day. I'm about to get in here, unwind, fire up a stick, and talk noise with the guys. All right.